Hi, Rebecca Stevens from Work Brighter here. I've been doing some work for a client recently who wanted me to do some research around best practice in recruitment selection in terms of recent developments. And I wanted to share some of that research with you. And in this blog, I thought I would share with you the technological aspects which I've discovered. And it's been a real eye-opener because you would think in an age of, austerity and kind of budget cutting measures that maybe recruitment's gone a little bit backwards. But no, not at all. What I'm finding is that with our technological advances, that has really helped recruitment modernise. And actually they're kind of, in some sectors like the public service sector, they're actually going as fast as some of those kind of bigger, more kind of wealthier sectors who have the money to put at these things. And the reason are things like introducing online applications and online self-administered applicant tracking systems where candidates can log themselves into a telephone interview or put themselves into an assessment centre and complete all the tests remotely, like ability tests, personality tests. They could also complete something like a situational judgment test remotely. And what the clients are finding, like the civil service fast stream, is it's helping not only with their cost measures, it's actually helping with attracting a more diverse candidate group. So particularly kind of in terms of consideration of social mobility and people with maybe a lower economic background, they're finding they are attracting a wider group of people who don't have to travel to London every time they want to see the company for an assessment. The other thing that's complementing that is things like video interviews, and certainly a huge trend in the graduate industry and certainly growing in the executive industry, that ability to do video interviews before you've met them face to face. Situation judgment tests continuing to have a really big trend. Mainly these days, it's because they can convey the realities of the job to a candidate in quite a kind of simple way. And complemented to that is this interesting gamification. So I mentioned this to my client who kind of said, my son already spends too much time on the video controller. What are we doing encouraging this? And I was trying to point out that kind of how it's being used is to help people understand the reality of the role and put them almost in simulation, but during a job recruitment context. So that's got a real growth and a real interest in the industry. And then finally, obviously, is social media and our big friend social media. And companies are using this really very smartly to engage and attract candidates, particularly for hard-to-fill roles, executive roles, perhaps even graduate roles. But it's really about here we are and this is what we stand for, and come and work with us if you believe in what we're trying to achieve. And that's proving very successful. Anyway, I shall sign off now, and hopefully that's been of interest to you. If you want to know any more about any part of that, I can share some extra information. I'd love to know more about what you do with technology as well. And I shall be sharing some more research blogs fairly soon. Thank you. Bye.